So I made a previous video on the YouTube series Collapse, and I said this. Well, it means if Collapse Part 2 comes out, then Half-Life 3 is coming out as well. Now on that video, I got a comment saying, Collapse Part 2 is already out and still no Half-Life 3? And he's right, Collapse Part 2 is out, but Half-Life 3 is not. It's not even announced. But does that make the whole video irrelevant? No. I just made a mistake and missed a major clue. Now this clue is mostly in Collapse Part 2, so maybe that's why I missed it. My theory is that Half-Life 3 is coming out, not at the same time as Part 3, but at the same time as Part 11. Now, why do I think this? Well, there are clues in many ways. Let's go with the first obvious one. In the logo for a show, there's an 11 right there. Now, I wouldn't have thought much of that if there weren't more proof, which there is. Now, if you look at this scene where Rick, Pat, and Darren are looking at the water they found, you can see Rick and Pat are standing next to each other, forming an obvious 11. Also in the scene where the mayor is trying to defuse the bomb, you can see sparks flying out, and those sparks come out in the shape of an 11. Now, going back to what I was saying before, I thought it was Part 2, but thinking it was Part 2 was a clue in itself, as the number 11 is made of two 1s, which when added together makes 2. Also, in the previous video when I linked to PlanetSide, I said this. PlanetSide was released in 2003 and it had 38 vehicles. And before, I used the 38 to link to Stargate. But what I didn't realize is that that's also a clue, as 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. All of this is to say that when Collapse Part 11 comes out, Half-Life 3 will most likely be announced or will come out as well.